I am incredibly pleased at our little morning light intro here in Annapolis to have Charlie Enright, currently of what, North Sails, Massachusetts? Rhode Island?
Rhode Island, yeah.
North Sails, Rhode Island. Charlie had the opportunity to sail with Morning Light and as a prominent figure on the boat. I guess your job was, more than anything else, sales, right? Sail maintenance, sail taking care of them, making sure everything worked right, sail selection, pretty much.
Yep.
So, were you a sailmaker before you got on the boat?
No. No, and to say that I'm a sail maker right now, I think would be a bit generous.
You're just putting your feet in and seeing how it goes?
Yeah, definitely.
Well, good for you. We saw you guys, we saw you sailing in Charleston at the Melgus 24 Nationals.
Yep.
It was nice to see you out there. It's sort of a good question I have for the whole crew, but this film is really impressive, yeah? Would you agree?
Yeah, very.
I'm sure you get chills still when you see it. Maybe not so many this time, but first few times.
Yeah, no, it's definitely cool to watch it again, you know, and just rehash it all.
Well, you know, there's a fairly good chance that a few million people will see it, transforming you into, you know, at minimum, a household name among sailors, and possibly more. How does that figure into your plans going forward in the industry?
It's an interesting question. You know, I was looking to get into the industry regardless, kind of. You know, hopefully this will help. You know, hopefully it won't hurt. I think it's basically how it's perceived. You know what I mean? But hey, what's up, Gavin? All right, man. But yeah, I mean, hopefully everyone sees this as a good thing, and it helps me in the future down the road. You know, getting rides and all that kind of stuff.
So you think you're gonna stick with it for a while?
Yeah, you know, I really enjoy what I'm doing. You know, I went to school as an economics major. It's obviously not a very good time to be doing that. So you know, it's just lucky to have a job doing what I like to do and just see where it goes from there. You know?
Have you? What's the reaction been? I'm guessing your family has seen the movie.
Yes, my family saw it.
Maybe some friends.
Yeah.
Friends, yeah. What was there like? Sort of what do they say to you when it was all over?
You know, it's really just it's an amazing experience, and it's like, had I done it without the film, I'd be constantly trying to describe it and like fill people in, and I mean, obviously the film makes that easier.
Yeah.
But everyone's happy. I mean, I think people are pretty proud, I guess. No, it's great. I mean, it's really been a great experience. Obviously, very lucky, very privileged, to be in that position, and it's been great.
How close are you with Jeremy and the rest of the guys on the team now?
I mean, that's great. I mean, some of us knew each other a little bit before, and obviously after this, I mean, Jeremy, his parents are now located in Rhode Island. Robbie goes to URI, Jesse goes to URI, Kit's in Boston. So I mean, we're hanging out all the time, and we're all doing a lot of sailing, and that's the great thing too. Like, oh, I need someone for this event. That happens all the time. So it's great to have a Rolodex like that. You
got a ready-made group of people you absolutely trust.
Exactly, and guys that can do it. And just chemistry-wise, you can work with.
You got anybody available for the Melgus North Americans? Because there's a couple boats looking.
Yeah, maybe actually.
All right, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, for sure. TBD.
How about this? You had to take off, what, a year?
Yeah.
Altogether?
Yeah.
And you were in college at the time, right?
Yep.
So, when you went back to school to finish up, what was, some of these people you went to school with, especially in the Northeast, they know what you were doing. Right. Yeah, so they followed you. How was your reception? Any different? I mean, a lot of people asking questions.
A lot, it's all funny. It's never been done before, so there's no, there's no like automated response. It's funny. I wasn't like a big gear guy like in college beforehand, and it's all of a sudden I got this gear with my name on it, the logo and stuff. So that was kind of funny. But I don't know. I mean, everyone was super receptive. A lot of ball busting and stuff like that. But a lot of like, at the end of the day, really lucky. Wish it could have been me. I mean, like, so everyone was great.
But know how lucky you were, to be part
what's
of
that?
it. You know how lucky you were.
Oh, I mean, it's amazing. And like when I applied, 530 some odd people. I mean, to think that you have a a better shot than like one over the denominator would be a bit pretentious, you know. So I mean, like, you know, I told my parents kind of when I applied, I didn't really see it, you know, as a certainty by any means, you know. So, you know, like just like I said, just, you know, really lucky, and you know, to have it all come to fruition like this is pretty cool.
What would you have changed about the way that Roy and Leslie did the movie?
Changed?
Yeah.
You know, for a while I was pretty skeptical of the cameras and stuff, and you know, but it takes you like no time to realize that you know, it's why you're here. You know, it's like why the situation exists, and you know, it's going to be great for the sport. You know, I was lucky enough a couple, you know, I'd say a month ago to go sailing on Puma, and Rick Deb is doing the same thing with them. And it's funny, there was like a thing posted on the bulkhead that was like, you know, this is like serious, like please no waving at the camera with one finger, blah blah blah, you know. So it's like, it seems like sailors all kind of go through the same thing, but at the end of the day, it's like, you know, why we were in that situation, so it's all good.
I actually did a 6-week trip that was all documentary film too with camera crews. I did it on a square rigger. I think for us, we didn't have a chase boat. We had 3 photographers or videographers on board. But they really started to blend in after about a week.
Oh, I mean,
what about for you? I mean, you had not just that, but you had the Cheyenne.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's sort of hard to. I don't know. Did it blend in? Did you just forget about it after a while?
You really did, because I mean, there was a 6-month lead up, and you'd been around it, you know. And the other thing is, for me personally, you know, I hadn't done a lot of ocean racing, so for me, it was just kind of like what I knew. You know what I mean? You know, to be like all alone in the great outdoors, you know, you look and then it's like, you know, there's that catamaran lurking, but like once again, it's like, you know, it's why
was it loud?
It's why we're here. No.
No. Pretty amazing that they said in there that it drove all the way to Hawaii and then turned around and drove back without refueling.
I didn't know that.
That's pretty cool.
That's cool.
So, let's see. What else? Who do you think is your closest friend out of the whole trip?
My closest friend. It's really tough to say, you know. But
you seem to be, you know, really, at least up there, you and Jeremy seem like twin brothers almost.
Yeah, no, Jeremy's great. You know, I've done a lot of sailing with Jeremy after, and yeah, no, it's all good. I mean, Mark Towell was a senior in high school in Hawaii when we were doing the whole thing, and I kind of like told him he should go to school in Rhode Island. We ended up going to Brown, and you know, Mark's you know, a really good friend of mine. But everyone, you know, I did the Bermuda race with Chris Welch, and like I said, that Rolodex, you know, it's just great to have people that you can count on and know. And
you'll have them for 50 years.
It's great.
You know? What about Robbie and Leslie and Roy? I mean, are they now sort of like your surrogate parents, or what's the deal?
Yeah, I mean, Robbie's great. You know, Robbie was awesome throughout the whole experience. You know, I mean, he's so down to earth. You know, he's great. But you know, like, it was great seeing him, because you know, that whole time that he was like, you know, putting this film together, he's also trying to like project manage / prep PIWAC it to do the race. So when you see him in that element, it's way different than you'd see him on stage. You know what I mean? He's like very into it. You know, this is what needs to happen. You know, super focused, ultra talented. I mean, it's great to have him, and Amy. You know, his wife and her friend Devin actually were like our mothers, like 1 and 2 when we were out there, and they were amazing as well. So it's just, you know, it's just great to have people like that.
All right, so now you're sending a message now to whatever it is, you know, 80 or 100,000 sailors in the U.S. and Europe. What do you want to tell them about this movie?
You should go see it. You know, I mean, it's a good film. You know, we were really lucky to be a part of it, and you know, if anybody ever wants to do it again, it's, you know, based on the success of this one. So go see it, spend the money.
Spend the money, bring your friends. Right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it really is great. And if you have the chance, which everyone should, you know, get it done. You know, don't wait for it to come to DVD. But no, yeah, it's great. It really is.
Charlie, will you be in Annapolis for the August North Americans?
I will, yeah.
All right, man. We'll see you there.
Yeah, thank you.
Congratulations.
Appreciate
Great movie. And
yeah,
we'll talk
thanks so
soon.
much. So long.